Somebody got something twisted. Like we trying to put a life sentence on the word, even though the word is going to go on. These are some extreme like Christians that's like trying to rewrite the Bible. So if no somebody tried to kill somebody's spouse by letting them get into one of their pleasures, or if somebody secretly knew a secret about somebody, you know, liking men or having a situation with a man, and the person just decided to back down. This could be also how somebody's coveting somebody's wife. But even if this is the Joshua Fall energy, the father was not married to the Charlene when she had the affair and had the last child, which is Joshua. She was still married to the Coleman. So they don't have no standing. But it feels like this is like Puerto Rico being maybe that the less seed, you know, in America. Like we got a lot of Mexicans, we got a lot of, but Puerto Ricans are, you know, Latinos too. But it's almost like, I don't know, this is like a Puerto Rico energy. That means that they were porting the O's, or I look at it like Odell seed or the grandfather seed or World Card seeds, brands, like the new Oprahs. So Oprah is like the last, well, I would have been after Oprah, a World Card energy. But they could have been deporting, because it's something about intelligence, something about the bloodline, something like this. Because I was looking at the picture of I was looking at the picture of my uncle, my supposed uncle Robert Lee. He was the one that got to stay, but they put my grandfather out. And I was looking at a picture of his obituary, and I'm thinking, like, I don't remember him looking like that. He looked more like Ozzie Davis. And then I also looked at a picture of my auntie Nessa Henley on my mom's side of the family, and I'm like, that looked like her. What the fuck is going on? So I don't know if, like I told you, is what I was having visions is that the Henley side of the family kind of, after my dad's death, or my dad would have been like the head, after they took the head or whatever, or after they plotted on him or sent him somewhere else or dissected him or whatever, then that family kind of took over the other family because they were meek. So the meek were supposed to take over maybe the rowdier family, but the rowdier family took over the meek family. You get what I'm saying? Through the lineage or the connection between whatever they were sharing between with me. Now, even if these are not the actual people, we're talking about like we're following the bloodline, or we're following the bloodline. That's what they're doing by killing off the family members and hanging themselves on a tree. That's what strange fruit is, or passion fruit. Okay. So who made that, the woman that made that quote in that poem famous, that's what they were saying. But these are a part of the people that wanted you to remember or think of it like that. They didn't want you to think of it biblically. Like, I'm a part of the tree of life. These are the original people that was put here by God to procreate. And then it grew and grew and grew. Okay. And so the tree of life is the beginning to the ending. It's the alpha and omega. But again, if somebody was separated, or if I was separated, no matter if these people want to see me at the top or not, if I'm the cornerstone that was rejected, these people, the eye of the providence, or I'm looking at the eye of providence with the building blocks beneath it, the bricks beneath it, as like the Tower of Babel. Like, these people tried to reach to my heights or something like this. So it could be somebody in the family, or a plant in the family that was close enough to me to get access to me, to get access to something, Kundalini fluid or something, to turn it into something to bring these people out of Egypt. So it's still like when we look at the energy of the world, or the rest of the world, and belongs to the something and its, whoever it is, inhabitants. Okay, but those are just inhabitants. Those are just dwellers. Those are just dwellers. They're just dwelling there. But the ownership belongs to, if they killed everybody else except for me, they can't get to me because God is in me. You can't imprison me. You can't do none of this shit you talking about to me. You can't even fucking talk to me. That's why they try to do everything through some type of jotty technology, or sending. You can't even speak to me. You can't. This is why for centuries people have been building on eye contact, handshakes, meetings, things like this. It matters. You can't do anything without it. Well, they're doing it, but you can't. It's not solidified. It's not final. So I was thinking the same thing could have happened to this family tree or the Colemans or whatever, because the brother, the youngest brother, they were married a long time. I don't know how long, but I don't know about when my man was and his sister was born. I don't know about that far back, but since the other two boys was born, they was married. But I guess an affair led to Joshua, the youngest one, being born. So I don't know if they did something where they sacrificed one son, or one son sacrificed because they wanted because that's why I told y'all when the girl Shadana that Josh used to date moved to Texas, it was a big thing. She had her hair shop and everything like this. It was being successful and everything with her mom and her sister. And then she was just like, "Oh, I'm moving to Texas." She was breaking up with him or whatever. It was traumatic for the family unit back then when we were like tight knit, that she was just a girlfriend, but it was traumatic when they broke up. It was like affected the whole fucking family dynamic, really. Um, so I did like this girl, whatever. And I was thinking though, when she moved to Texas, that could be crazy because they could have moved my man down to Texas with, because it made me think about a man slept with his brother's girlfriend and he got sick or he got deported or I don't know, something like this. Okay. So this could be, like I said, I didn't know that these people swap spit behind the scenes. I was just, it could be because they was looking at me like, that's the Holy Spirit. You can't let this person know. But this is something that was going on in this whole fucking community is what I'm hearing. It's a cult. So I put two and two together. I'm like, wait a minute. I wonder if Pastor Dowell was behind the scenes the whole time, if that's the father or the brother of the father or something like this, because they look too much alike, right? So I seen a little girl, a young lady come in my feed or whatever. And I'm looking at her because I looked at my D baby and I'm like, why did my D baby look like the brother-in-law? Why did the brother-in-law don't even got the same dad? The brother-in-law don't look like his mom. Why do my D baby look like the brother-in-law? Okay. That's why I'm wondering if this was a setup, if they've been letting this person into my house. Right? Because somebody's like, oh, it's okay, it gets better. Fuck you talking about. This ain't the 15th century, bitch. You going to jail. I don't want nobody fucking brother, bitch. I don't see God made me. That's why y'all trying to do this shit in the background. That's nasty. I think that boy was like 8 years old when I met them. That's nasty. I don't do no shit like that. So I'm just trying to put this dynamic together because I don't know, like I said, it could be these people with the Hamas or whatever that found out something or digging in Akashic records and ran somebody off because like, oh, when you was doing like that when you was this age or something like this. I don't know, girl. But these have to be through marriages and shit. Well, people that are married, they don't have no fucking standing here. They don't. So the ownership is still mine. It can never be taken away. I guarantee you, like I said, with this Clovis energy, yeah, that's who they saying. And I said, that's a damn shame because somebody could have been embarrassed of the family unit that was still left over there on honorary. Okay. They could have been embarrassed. Like if Claude Anderson is really a Bruton or he came from that lineage and these people change their name when they go get famous or when they get world renowned, so people don't go back and check what their family look like or something like this, because usually they probably leave them in the dust. I feel like this time, because it was my turn, they decided not to leave them in the dust, but give them some money, way less than what it was worth, them, whatever, and sent them on their way because they had not been able to accumulate that much money, maybe. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I started thinking about today. Like, wait a minute. But this energy is untouchable on that note. You can't even try to put me in jail or nothing, really. I mean, and I know that they get mad when you tell the truth out loud. Like, what the fuck, I'm supposed to keep it a secret when y'all trying to hunt me down? And it's not even a physical hunting. Well, I think it is, but it's more of you trying to hunt me down and scrape away what belongs to me or something like this. Okay. So this is a bunch of people trying to hijack or kidnap the bloodline. That's just what it seemed like to me. I know that the Fitzgeralds were doing this because I was looking at some images of people and it was like in the newspaper clippings, it don't look like the people that's in the family. I'm just thinking like, why is this? That ain't the picture I seen, or that's not the image that I remember, or something like this. So I think it's the Fitzgeralds. It could be the Davises. All these other families. These are also law families. I'm noticing that these names are in the law dictionary a lot. And I think I remember when my sister-in-law went to school to be a paralegal. It was around that time. Ooh, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. And she's a Davis. But the Davises still go back with the family with Bertram. My sister-in-law, my sister-in-law's dad, Bertram Davis, is also my cousin Sean Bruton's, Clara Bruton's son, is also his dad. So that's not the first time where the Davises come into the family line. Plus, one of the Davis women, I think her name could be something else, but she's from the Davis clan, has a child named Jessica with my cousin Darnell Thomas. Bruton Thomas, I don't know. I think they gave him Bruton. I don't know. But this is not the first time where these families intertwine. Just like the I told y'all, what's her name? Stock? What's her name? The one girl that was like all up in the presidency, the black lady or whatever. I can't remember what her name is with the gap. But I thought she was even saying that she was going to run for president or something like this at some point in time around COVID. But that looked like, again, Darnell's girlfriend, Gay. And then Darnell dealt with one of the Parham girls. So all this intertwining with all these fucking families, it's like these niggas let them in. I feel like my masculine energy was the worst. My masculine was the least to be worried about. My so-called husband, because we had real love at some point in time. If they wanted him to do something to me, I think he would have done. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pee. They've been messing with my urethra, so I can't hold it like I used to. Hold on. Okay. I just don't feel like being in the house. We could be doing this from inside the house. I don't want to. So that's what I was thinking about. So, like, again, when people have these baby daddies that disappear or whatever, or I don't know what the relations is with the baby daddy. You know, I don't know, because you know, with women naturally, even just how they've been playing with transhumanism and our energy, when one man is not standing up to the part and something is going on that we can sense, receptors in us might send out messages to other men that you previously mated with or have children with or something like this. And I was just thinking, The boy wasn't nothing. It was like 30s, 20s, late, I don't know, mid, late 20s when he found out that he was not the child of the Coleman dad. He do have the name, but I don't know. And I mean, I wonder if like these people know who they impregnated. Whoever they are, if they know who they impregnated, and if Pastor Dowell, it's just it's just a way they look. It's a distinct look. His dad could be anybody else. I know he's Puerto Rican, okay, but the dad could be anybody else. But I don't know why. I just feel like I don't know. That's just what I feel, okay. Now, if these people are doing something militant or something more, I know he has like a base or something where, they have these women or whatever. I don't know, whatever the fuck they do. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's just wondering, like, if they're doing this shit, they have technology where they can spy and they're doing this shit from the behind the scenes. So then one day come snatch up their son and say, look what I built, the table I prepared for you. Because almost like this Joshua, and damn, I forgot the Bible. It's almost like this Joshua energy or something want to be the Christ or have the Christ. I don't know. Women have a choice today. Even if we're reading the Bible, you can't just sneak around people and have sex with them or whatever like this or something like this. It's called rape. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, so I can't speak for my children even, because I don't know, like I told you, if my original children are the children that are here, or did they take my children in one of these fortresses or something like this and raise them there, or confiscate the children, but they couldn't confiscate me. That means they can confiscate everything around me. Now, the point is they have been. If the government or the elites or the royals or something have different versions of me, you have been touching something that you're not supposed to be. It's a slick way of touching the tree of life without getting in trouble. This is all this shit is about. Cloning. It should just be shut down. It's all this shit is about this. And now they've gotten to a place where they feel like they won. There's people like, oh, I had to let you go to love me. You never fucking had me. These people are insane. These people are fucking crazy. So I said that somebody said family matters. And I said, oh, in all actuality, it doesn't. Because in the beginning was the word, and the word was God. And it was God. It was with God, and it was God. Okay. It is God. And regardless of what, heaven and earth will fail, but the word will go on. So I don't know if these people trying to, because when I looked up life, it was talking about like life at a party, life something, life a life sentence, so on and so forth. But again, that's why I feel like I was put together with all this energy, because again, you cannot persecute a king. So these are protective barriers so that these people don't get out of hand and try to take somebody out that is actually, their existence is very necessary. So they could throw all the warnings out, but there's no fear, and it's not because of that. The no fear came in before I knew this. I know that these particular people is more of them than me, so they don't have to honor this. They're not going to honor this. That would be, again, for a higher fucking power that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? That is for a higher power. Fuck around and find out. Get what I'm saying? So people like, oh, we being lenient, we let you better stop, or you better, and I'm still going. And it's like, what the fuck is you going to do? Because I want to see, motherfucker. I want to, if you think you about to dominate me or be over me or something like this, I want to see. I want to see. All right. So that's why I said the Joshua boy was the most closest to the church. He stayed in the church with the mom. So when they was going to the Stackhouse church, he was all up and through the church, very popular in the church. My person didn't go to church after a certain age. After he was little, he didn't, in his teenage years, he stopped going. Okay. Could have became could have became atheist. Okay. You could, out of all the kids, him and the oldest two would be atheists. The younger two was in church, Josh and Elijah. But it's almost like the four energies at some point in time throughout the test of time. I'm talking about going way back. It's like I was connected, or the four children was connected to me at some point in time throughout my existence here. The last one being the youngest one, being the Puerto Rican boy, being Joshua. But it's just like, what the fuck happened to my husband then? In the outskirts. You can't fool me with having something that looked like him in the house. This could be an uncle. This could be from a breeding farm. Y'all just put this person or this stalemate here that can't make no choices. All they can do is pay. All they can do is pay. So it kind of works out for me a little bit. Yeah, the person can pay. Their name is on the thing, but the person that signed this lease signed this mortgage with me, I don't know why I feel like, well, mortgage also means death, has something to do with death. So I don't know if they just need the people to sign the mortgage and then they die. It's something weird. It's something that goes deeper. This is intricate. This is America, or the United States, allowing for these different people to go off the grid and then also still come into the government. You see what I'm saying? Giving them a little bit too much leeway and not really checking on what these different groups are doing as they branch off. They didn't want whatever God was putting up, or if I'm the cornerstone, they didn't want me to be the thing behind the scenes. They all want to be the king. And that's the problem. When the king of kings step on the deck, motherfucker, the kings of the earth ain't shit if they don't want to act right. It's just how I'm looking at it. What the fuck you saying don't matter. That's why I say, if they're not having these real conversations or something like this with me or whoever else, because you know that these people know this. They do. All right. So we got a little tree. Like I said, this could be like because this could be like something about the root of Jesse. So my uncle Jesse didn't have no kids when he was alive, but if he died or if he went into the underworld, he could have started having children, or they could have introduced him to the seed that they already populated off of him without his knowledge, because this is how they work. Okay. But this could be, they were trying to form another tree or something. These could be also, I think my uncle Jesse was the darkest skinned person in the whole family. He was the youngest. He was the baby, and he was the darkest skinned one. But there's a little tree, something that they're trying to build right now. They're trying to take from something or overpower this tree and build another tree. And this little tree is in reverse. We also have set into the sunset, but set is in reverse here. A table was not prepared. A place was not prepared for these people at the table, because God was going to be doing something else. All right. So a little tree, this could also be them talking about me, but I'm the youngest, but I'm also the oldest. You get what I'm saying? I'm the youngest, but I'm also the oldest. So that can also be Alpha and Omega energy here. All right. We also got little black. Okay. This could have something to do with the last name Black that's associated with the family tree. Or like I said, this is these younger ones that ate their parents. I used to talk to a boy named Black. And after I stopped talking to him, my friend, he was Puerto Rican, and my friend started talking to him. He had a brother. This could be the D energy. He had a brother named D that was really close with my friend too. She might have slept with both of them. I don't know, y'all. Shit. Because we got to talk about this, because it's like chronologically important, right? If I started talking to this person Black, and I gave this person a juice, and then he went and messed around with my best friend, and then he gave her the juice, but whatever, something could have clicked, because these people are Latinos, and this could have started something here. And even I'm picking up that after a while, Mexico was underneath Puerto Rico, even though they smaller, right? So somebody could be trying to put that in there and say, oh, who's the smallest? But it's almost like, it make me think about what happened with Cuba, why they shut down Cuba and people couldn't travel back and forth from Cuba to the United States. I was wondering about that. Do they have to do the same thing with Puerto Rico now? Okay. Because I said most Puerto Rican people that I know when I was growing up might have curly hair, like really pretty curly hair. And so it made me think about Jean Benet Ramsey and her brother Burke taking her pineapple. And these are talking about people with certain type of coily hair. Okay, it's not talking about no fucking pineapple. Okay, I was looking at the pineapples at the store because I got some Mexican popsicles yesterday from the Dollar Tree, and they good as hell. I got the ones with dipped in chocolate. Okay, but then I was thinking about it because Source was telling me when I was looking up that case and I was reading the thing, and I kept on hearing the pineapple. This could have been yeah. Y'all, this is because I feel like some of these people is listening and they don't know. Like they know once they went through that door, they get brainwashed or something. I'm the one that was still here, intellectually collecting the data from being left behind so many times. So it's like me showing you where something went wrong or the sins, even though these people could have already broke into my Akashic records and found out. But I'm just imagining this because I told y'all I got the picture in there of my stepsister and my boyfriend he was my boyfriend at the time, at my daughter's first birthday party. It was at my dad's so-called wife's house, the stepmother. It was at her house, and I got the picture of I think my cousin Kiki was like somewhere there in the middle. But when I looked at the stepsister and my man, I'm like, the eyes. You know how Michael Jackson saying in that song that the eyes look like mine? And I looked at the eyes and I seen something in both of their eyes. So I'm thinking like, hold on. If Jean Benet's spirit energy is of Sarah, it's an offspring, something that sprung off of Sarah, and Burke, possibly something that sprung off of the boyfriend. Who was the pineapple? Who was the curly top kid? My daughter. I kept thinking if something happened to me at the house or at their house or whatever, duality, could have been some other house, could have been this fucking house, you know? Because Sarah always wanted to hold the baby. Sarah always had the baby. So it just making me think. Because they kept saying he was mad because he took that. Nobody's talking about no fucking bowl of pineapples. I mean, these people could be different species or something like this. Yeah, playing with somebody's car. Ain't that something about somebody playing with somebody's toy or something with that case as well? Or again, playing with the car. I could be the car. Somebody else could be the car. This just means that people are able to use technology to hijack people's minds. What Kanika was doing that day, walking through that hallway, didn't have shit to do with it would have been all over that toxicology report. Crazy. Somebody was driving that car. Whether that's the real footage of what really happened to who it happened to that night or in reenactment. This could be meaning that you or me was staying the night at a hotel and all of a sudden somebody caught you on camera walking around real weird. Somebody could have been there the whole time in that footage. If you look at the footage, you can see where it looks like two people are entangled in images. We've all caught it. Whoever really dissected that video, we've caught taking still shots. You could see two people are there instead of one. The images could have been scrubbed, but who? An orange person. This is either a trumpet, or this is a Floridian, or this is somebody was driving somebody's car. Now, this could be the fucked up thing, that something could have happened to me, and something could have got dashed to pieces because of that. And these people, but if it was in honor of something, or you protecting the Holy Spirit, or you protecting, because again, you could be the queen and everything. These people know, but they only going to do bare minimum. They only going to do whatever they're supposed to do to a bare minimum because they really don't want you to really make it to the end. But these could be angels and demons that be on the scene when shit happened to some of us that have that light. You understand? They keep saying that girl Kanika was laid on the bed asleep. You or I could have been in a hotel, laying in the bed, sleep. Somebody come poke you with something, and then so that they don't have to buy a hotel room, you already got one. They can have a party. Nobody's name is on the list. When somebody comes see a crime happen, your name is on the list. It's not their name. You in there sleep, knocked out in a different motherfucking world from whatever somebody could have put in somebody's bloodstream. And these motherfuckers just having a party while you laying on the bed, sleep, knocked out, cold. Like, motherfucker, some shit that they'll give you in the hospital to put you to sleep for surgery. Anesthesiologists, these people, listen what I'm telling you. There's a lot of nurses in this country that have a secondary mission here. So we got somebody driving a car. But I think Jean Benet had fell asleep in the car. And the last time the brother seen her, she was asleep in the car. Who is the car that's being started up and driven around by a person? Who is the Vicky? Who is the doll? Who was in autopilot energy? Who is this? Who is the handler? This orange person is the handler. So that'd be funny if the people that tried to be handlers to somebody is now being handled. Oh, it's a lot of people that know exactly what happened to Kanika or me 20-something years ago at that place. Because I want to say that it was when I was still living in Illinois, so it could have been around the time when 20-something years ago when I went to Rosemont for my little Mother's Day weekend. Birthday, and it wasn't a party, but birthday, Mother's Day weekend. And I think that's when that could be when the sister-in-law Davis was going to school to be a paralegal. Okay, because I think that even the Kika, the adopted cousin of the Parhams, she was working out towards Rosemont somewhere. Because I think I had to go pick her up, or I don't know, for some reason I had to go to her job or pick her up or get something or whatever when I was babysitting her daughter or some shit like this. So this is very, you know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go back. First thing we need to talk about is these people can't do shit to me. This means that the tree of life energy has some type of ownership here. Now, they could have kept me away from my family, that they moved on to Texas and they moved on to these other places, Louisiana and all these other places, when they, every 10 years or every however many years, when they swap these people out and put new plants in to keep the family dynamic. But now, since I don't go around, it ain't no need to fake it. It ain't no need to do all that. They might just keep these people for the rest of the time because they feel like, oh, the person has moved away from the family. Excuse me, we got two mourning doves up here with two little birds. I don't know why all these people is well, they could be monitoring spirits. All these birds are gathering around all by my front door and everything. They're on my front stoop. Anyways, and then we got fly in reverse. And the green button. I see it like the black top from the roof and then the trees up there. So something about black top, black box, black top. Fly in reverse. Somebody could be trying to look in somebody's black box to find a reason. This could be your black box or somebody else's. Why somebody can't fly. And then we got the green button, the green light. Or again, the green shrubbery from the tree is like standing over the house here. That's just real funny because all these birds that just landed on the thing at the same time. This also mean two people, like two, because I think a mourning dove represents the mourning dove represents the presence of Christ. So somebody could be trying to trap two people, two Christ energies with some other two birds. These other two birds that was up there with them ain't the same. There's a couple of them, three of them, two, a mother and a father and three children, but they're not their children. I don't know what somebody's trying to say. Okay, now we got this other kind of bird up here. And I don't know. And then you got the green people is something, doing something. The button is green. No fly. No fly zone. Let's see if we can pull some cards on this. Hold on one second, y'all. Because we just doing a rundown. And when I get back in there, and then we're going to focus on something. Because it and the inhabitants, these are not the original people. Anything that has in front of it is brought in or something like that. It cannot take over the power of the ownership of something here. This could be some Pennywise type shit or this it energy. Because somebody saying, I love it. Yeah, most of these intricate people that have some weird shit and fetishes with children, they do like the it energy, the it the clown energy or something like this. Because that's why I feel like in that one movie, shit. What is the one movie with I don't remember what it's called. The dude with the powder face. He don't look like a clown. He just got a pale face or whatever. And I guess the mother had the house got raided when they was little by this man. The girl was saying there's a weird man outside. Next thing you know, he was in the house. The mother made a promise with him. I can't remember. It's not that old. The movie came out within the past couple years. The mother ended up about to be close to death or whatever, that she was about to die. And the guy asked something like to sacrifice her child, or that she would have to work for him in order so he didn't sacrifice her child or whatever. I'm trying to remember what movie this is. And then I'm guessing the girl grew up to be like a police officer, and then her mother was like a nun still, and her mother was working for the man or something like this. But it's like at some point in time, somebody's like, I should have killed your ass when you was little. Like the mother was working for the man or whatever like this. And then at the end of the movie, the lady ended up coming to the house and telling her dad, I think her dad was supposed to be a police officer too or something like this or something. And she came to the dad, was talking to her dad about, finding about her mother and her mother working for this, I don't know what he is. Okay. It wasn't like he a spirit or nothing like this. Right. But they was going door to door. And then when she got there, I think the mother and the mother showed up when she went to her dad to give him a rundown on what the fuck was going on with her life or something like this. And I think she had to end up killing and shooting the mother. I don't know. It's making me think about something like that. Like that's a deal that my mother or something could have had with some underground energy or something like that. I mean, I call him it, but do you get what I'm saying? And then, because I think that it was a little girl that she was trying to save or something like this. And she did end up, I think, having to take her mother out. But she found out that her dad and his wife or whatever was in on the shit too. By the time she got there, she sat down, talked, and she seen it was a setup. And I think the mother came in and she ended up shooting the mom or something like this. So we got blue here, baby blue, a little blue. Now, when you find out that, like I told you, celebrities have the children that you see on TV, and then they have a bunch of these children that's in the underworld and in the background, that, again, when we talk about rappers, just like anything else, if these people are considered to be convicted or something like this, in general, that's why I told you, like, motherfuckers was supporting something. it seemed like when it comes to, oh, two pretty, what are those two yellow birds? What's going on? Why is all these different kind of birds over here? Canary yellow. So I'm thinking if it's something like this mother been working with some dark energy, but the dark energy been watching me since a child. I'm just wondering. Like there's family secrets or there's secrets or something here. Right? But the thing is me being having ownership of the nation, but them slowly adding like my in-laws and these community members and these other people slowly changing the dynamic of my fucking family tree. Like going to Africa and trading off children and like this is something deep here. Okay? This could even be somebody that said, I'm just staying in Africa. I can have all these bitches. I ain't got to have one wife that be complaining about giving me head when I've been bad or something like this. I'm going to Africa and I'm going to just stay here. You know, we got an emperor in reverse. They could have deported some of these people. Okay? Something like this. This is a dynamic where everybody that had a baby or something with the two families that I'm connected to, maybe even with the in-laws that I'm connected to, these people are the ones that's still in my livelihood or my lifespan or something or my tree. Because again, this could be that they already wiped out the whole family, the original family in the 80s when I was little. But since I was an emperor or an empress, they kept me so they could drain me of everything. This is like a coven or a clique or a cult. It's not, it's the cult of this, right? I think the money is the worship. It's not even like the secret worship or the connection or to my energy or how they were able to amp themselves up off of the energy or the finances or whatever this is. Touch, whatever this is. It's not like they're worshiping somebody like, oh, what do you want? What do you need? Or what do you, what? They're not doing that. And then after they produce some seed or something off of this without my permission or whatever through rape and incest and all this other shit, because again, that is for persons. I'm in a different sector. So when you say that in Wisconsin that certain people cannot get an abortion, that's not talking about me. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. It's not. That is a way for them to put that in shit in order so that these people could, these migratory workers that was getting assistance from the government was able to come in here with their little nursing license and all this other shit. This is why all these people, you'll hear some of these tarot readers saying, yeah, a lot of us relocated last year around because y'all was done doing the session, the 3-year session to rob the Empress. That's why y'all all moved. And now some of these people's like, oh, we missed the Empress's energy or something like this, or oh, this and that. It's like, what do you... We talked about this in the videos. It's like a traveling circus. They just don't perform no more. They just found out how to get a trade and come in real quick. And when these people are like before we're even born, they're just robbing or raping us or killing us by taking everything that we would need to walk into this next chapter of life. It's almost like somebody, I feel like where they messed up is trying to leave me keep me dependent on someone else or something like this for 3 times. Like I was supposed to already be like given whatever this is at like 22, 19 or something. And then again at 40 something, but instead of just letting me go or giving me whatever, they basically just if the masculine energy left or if they killed my spouse, they just then gave me to the brother, which ill. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody's gonna have to pay something back with the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's no more waiting here. Or again, people could be waking up and realizing that they were sent off or shipped off or left in the middle of nowhere, brainwashed. They could be listening to our channels or this channel. This is why I say this is a more important tarot channel than the rest of these channels, because the way I get down to get the specifics. But somebody's like, you should have just left it alone or whatever. Just no, but there's something that's in my energy that's telling me it may not be for everybody to wake up, but somebody got to see. It's something like this. to stop this, because it's not, it's like when somebody joins a coven and they're like, oh, it's the greatest thing, oh my god, these people are just so, and then you start seeing the weird shit, or you know, like that new movie with Nicole Kidman, oh, it's a perfect town, but then when you look closer, this shit ain't perfect, hold on, what is y'all doing? So you trying to say that you can, I can't speak about the Bible and speak the truth be in the name of whatever this is that y'all represent, but you can yeah, because as a head or a brainchild, they could have been using my dad as the brainchild to run something in the back end of the government. And then, because these presidents ain't been the real presidents, I'm trying to tell you that for the last couple of years since fucking George Bush the first. I mean, the second. So they could have been using the brains of the father. And then after that ceased, they could have used the brain of this masculine, my spouse. And then, you see what I'm saying? Somebody can have whatever they want, do whatever they want, be living over there in Washington, and leave me here and still be connected to me, or still like dissect my family tree and paperwork and shit that proves who people are and shit like this. This is all a sham here. So again, somebody's not going to have to sit there and wait or be waiting anymore. Two of Wands. And that's why I told you, when you get everything you want or something like this, yeah, this could be a King of Wands energy here. All right, that's in like a sexual, like manic craze or something like this. Somebody might not come back. You can't keep the people separate. These are journeys supposed to be taken with the two, but somebody could have just split a masculine and, you know, did whatever. So we got the ace of, so this is like, I could be the only living God left or something here. Yeah, somebody's trying to say you need a Two of Cups. I don't need a Two of Cups. I am the something. We got the lion, the lamb, and the woman, or the girl, or the man, or whatever this is. The strength card. It's not that somebody don't want a Two of Cups, but to make these decisions to get rid of these people or something, I don't have to be in Washington, D.C. I don't have to be none of that shit. Also, some of these people claim to be the Lion of Judah is to discredit or overcrowd the real person with tarot. All these tarot readers is to overcrowd the real story that a nation of people that have been scattered mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Somebody is the rope that leads the people back to the truth. But is it worth even doing that? That's the thing here. That's the thing. Because I'm not it's all this shit about choosing. Oh, he chose. Bitch, I'm not don't come to me with no chose shit, motherfucker. God chose me. I don't need no other nigga on this earth to choose me for shit. God chose me. I don't do that. I don't agree no shit like that, bitch. I don't do nothing like that. I'm pick what I want. The fuck? This ain't no motherfucking 1500s and we all on no plantation, no shit like this, or we, you know, in no village with no, this ain't what this is. Pick? You mean these people been raping, pillaging, and stealing from me or something like this, and I want to get picked by one of them? Bitch, you better. You know, slowly seeing them move the damn Hebrew Israelites. Most of these Hebrew Israelites are not American boys. This is war. And that is where your little teenage girls, whether they was cloned or missing, that's where the fuck they going. They learned this from the Nation of Islam. How to cover these women. They don't have to wear coverings, but they're covering up their fucking identity. And after they learn how to behave or whatever like this, then they probably just let them go off and have their life after they get a couple children out of them from the bloodline or whatever this is. But we're not going to be accepting begetting children. I mean, you raped or drilled or fracked. You drilled or fracked your way into a family line, motherfucker. That's illegal, bitch. Nobody playing this shit with you. Because me with this consciousness in my regular mind would have woke up on one of these fucking, at one of these places if you really had a motherfucking like that. one of these compounds or something like this. And this is probably the next step that they're trying to do. Did you go down the slide? Something about not letting something slide here. Somebody, I'm not going to be able to let something slide. Something cannot slide. These people have to be listed as domestic terrorists or something, and they need to be relocated. I told you. Even the Africans that came here in the past 30 years and got all these grants and all this shit, and then also to start their own programs to do research and stuff like this, it's like, this is a blessing. You got here, you got what you needed, and now, again, if these things is found to be playing around these games or whatever, or disintegrating or taking away from these American families, you have to go back. You got skills and everything to bring back to your nation. I mean, it's a win-win for them anyway. Somebody could be trying to tell you or me to leave, and you ain't paying no attention to what the fuck they saying. And since you didn't leave, somebody sent somebody in here to pierce you, stick you with something, rape you, poke their penis in you, or me, or a child. You minding your business in your own little bubble. None of these other, so this could be somebody that feel like they can know how to break the seal. Okay, whoever this is, they got their wand in there. They got snuck in while she wasn't looking. That's what we calling that shit in 2025. What the fuck is you talking about? Because you doing it underground and you doing it in secret or something like this, and you don't think that that's what it's called? Let's see about this black energy. Because somebody could be doing black magic, the magician. So this could be the children of these people that don't want to follow the rules of their father and them. They feel like it feels some kind of way when I'm saying what I'm saying about some of these traditions that they've came up with over the past 20 years or 10 years or 15 years. A lot of times when people are in cliques and covens and stuff and they learned, or this was like they were programmed, when you saying something that goes against what, they can get hostile. These could be the they people or they live energies or something like this. Like, we were in that compound and we had all the booty we wanted. We had all the girls we want. We had everything, food and everything, shelter and everything. These people loved us. What are you saying about our people? And again, a lot of these are moving in stealth energy, hence the black clothes, black hoodies and shit like this. They've been eating off of whatever the connection is to me, to the royal family. Celebrities are in this shit too. Like reality TV, like the newer kind of celebrity shit. Reality TV, I don't know about what Hollywood do. I'm not going in Hollywood. I'm not even going into like whatever. Everybody got their little sectors. I think they could be later on adding on to whatever this is. Okay? But I'm talking the people that's in reality TV. This a major part of this. We're going back to like Rich Dollars and them with the slime shit. We're going back there. Because he kind of looked like my Uncle John. But he reminded me of my husband. Now, they could have did transhumanism on this husband back then, and that could be him fucking with Erica Mena. So if I'm saying I am America, but then you got Erica or Erica energy, okay, that's a hot head too. Because I feel like somebody could have reported me for being a bad mother and yelling and stuff like this, but they went off to be with women that are like very like vulgar or something like this on TV. This is the haughtiness of the whole thing. You tried to get, because I yelled at my kids for a couple years until I changed that on my own. And then somebody went off to be with very vulgar women. Probably even this friend, the version of this friend that was very vulgar as a teenager. Because she calmed down a lot. But did she, or did they just go behind the scenes? It's almost like they was taking uncontrollable people and putting them as the heads of these particular clans or cliques. And since I'm slow to anger like God, and this person could be quick to anger, they could have gave him a fire, a fire sign, a heavily fire sign feminine. Could have been also a part of this man that I didn't get to see. Okay, this could be the punch in the wall masculine. Okay, when I didn't want to talk to him no more, he went back home and punched a hole in the wall. It could be him and her, actually, that linked up. But maybe they're not in the Two of Cups no more because this person could have been brainwashed. Okay. That's who they started this shit with, so they could change who Adam and Eve or in the garden at that particular time was. All right, but these people might not be together no more. Somebody might have liked very vulgar, but that's why I said they used that. Because I remember when I was 19 when I had my first kid, and for them first 5 years, I'd be like, what the fuck did you take your ass in that room or something? I used to talk to my kids like that. My mom and them talked to us like that. That's all I knew. And I told you, it was one time when I heard myself I called and somebody had a speaker for something like this. But I listened to one of my voicemails and I heard myself in the background. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if somebody called me from in the house and it went to voicemail. And I'm like, ugh. That sounds horrible. Is that me? And I'm like, oh no, I can't. Oh, that's nasty. And so I stopped, like, cussing as much at home. I saved it when I'm out with my friends because I could cuss. Okay. I can. It's kind of like fun. It's not funny, but like when I'm enjoying myself, I'm letting loose and I'm having fun. Yeah, we could go there. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Because I'm wondering if when we was doing all that partying, I told you when they started doing like VIP and shit, I just didn't feel comfortable because I couldn't keep up with it. So I pulled out of going out with that particular crowd. But I feel like that crowd went off and started some type of like, I don't know. They could have moved the floor. They could have went somewhere where partying was even more. I just feel like that's what happened. That's what happened. They got swapped out. They did. They did. I really think that's when the swap happened. That's when the swap happened. Why is it my business? Because it don't matter how this is going. This is the connection to a certain bloodline that people was trying to take over. It doesn't matter. This could be where a tribe from Mexico met with a tribe of my people off the coast, the people from the Carolinas that was going down into South America and shit like this, or Mexico, or whatever this is. This could be something that goes back a long time. And through science, they was able to achieve weight. Or like I told you with Article 42 or whatever it's called. And 42 years ago from that time, when they just brought it back up, when I was 2 years old, something happened between my birth and 2 years old where these people could have been sent to Mexico. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or they could have just been segregated mentally. Mexico could be Waukegan, Illinois. Fuck. Do you get what I'm saying? Something happened. It's almost like they, like skinwalker energy, like taking over somebody's appearance or their physical apparatus or something like this. Even if it's temporary, even if it's through some type of MK Ultra program or something like this. It's like the friend took on the role as me with a family that was relocated or something like this. It's away from me. You get what I'm saying? So somebody's not going to be set. And so for so long, people could have thought that's the granddaughter of the old big chieftain Odell or something. But it's not. It's me. That could have been in this energy or whatever, left out or something like this. But this is not no more. Like somebody could have waited until the whole lineage or the whole something was swapped over. I don't know. This could be also what has been going on for centuries, where people are having so many different last names, or with the world card existing over and over again, me having different. The world card could be the most abundant because there's different names or something that's attached to me throughout the test of time. And like I said, this money or whatever would have made me like a single brand, like an Oprah or something like this, or the gifts or whatever this is here. So the roots of something is being shown here. Now this is a dangerous thing, because even if the old people from the 80s came back, well, what did they do to me that they got sent away? Like these could be the people that orchestrated this whole thing. Hold on one second. We got to go back to the table. We got to go to the table.